Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live in primetime.
Safety concerns drive transformation. How the Ellensburg Rodeo Stadium is preserving history while building for the future.
Plus, residents become first responders in Pasco. Why officials believe the fire at Silver Creek Apartments may have been set intentionally.
Plus, Pasco's swimmers defy winter weather. How the city's new inflatable dome is keeping Memorial Aquatic Park open during the coldest months.
And from the Yakima Valley to the Columbia Basin, pretty quiet tonight, but is it going to last? The news in primetime starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, primetime on your side.
Thank you so much for joining us here on this Monday night for Apple Valley News Now live in primetime. I'm Wendy Redmond.
Hi, everybody. I'm Austin Reed. We are going to begin in Kennewick. While many results in Benton County from election night are still unofficial, one city council race has pretty much been decided.
Apple Valley News Now's William Albert caught up with the city of Kennewick's newest council member.
Benton County Sheriff's Deputy Brad Clippard is slated to be the newest member of the Kennewick City Council, currently leading his race for position 4 at large by more than 4,300 votes, holding about 66% of the vote. Clippard, who also serves as school resource officer for the Keona Bend School District, is no stranger to service. He spent 34 years in the military, 20 of which as a helicopter pilot, reaching the rank of colonel, and even served as commander of the Washington State Guard. Clippard says serving his country was something he always felt called to do.
I love my country, and I was more than willing to pay the price to protect freedom while I was able to. So I did it because of love of country.
But Clippard's service goes beyond the military. He spent 14 years in the Washington State House of Representatives and has run for other offices as well. Clippard says his city council race came after community members asked him to step up once again.
Can't always say it's somebody else's responsibility. As Americans, we need to step up in our communities and say, I'm willing to serve not only my country, not only my county, but I'm willing to serve my city.
As a City of Kennewick City Councilman, Brad Clippard will serve a 4-year term. And he tells me that as a city councilman, there are a couple key issues that he really wants to tackle right away.
And as a law enforcement officer, I've seen the results of people who have become drug addicted. It's horrible, it's horrid. So to fight to save our citizens from drug addiction and the horrible results that brings, I as a city council member will do the same thing in the city of Kennewick to do everything I can to protect our citizens.
Clippard says above all, it's about serving, listening to the community, and being accountable. And he has a message for anyone thinking about running for office.
If you're running for political office for your own fame and glory, please don't. If you don't have a servant's heart, if you don't love the people that you're hoping to serve, please don't run for office. It's so easy for me because I love my community and I love the people that I serve. Today there was several hundred children here in this high school auditorium celebrating Veterans Day. I am not afraid to tell each and every one of those kids that I love them.
Clippard says he is focused on leading by example and serving with intent. In Benton City, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, thank you very much for that. If the results hold, Clippard will officially begin his 4-year term as a city council member in January of next year. All right, turning now to First Alert weather.
Absolutely. How'd you feel about the temperatures today? A little colder?
I felt it was cold.
A little chill in the air. Let's toss it over to Stacy to see what the night brings.
I was very surprised to hear you say you were cold today, Austin.
I know.
But yeah, definitely you can feel those cooler temperatures. I noticed it yesterday walking the dogs at the park. It was crispy outside, and it's feeling a little crisp this evening. However, look at this. We're quite a bit warmer in Walla Walla. A good 13 degrees right now. Protection from the Blue Mountains. That's what's going on there. So a little bit warm there, but we are cooling down. Most of us will be staying above the freezing level. Let's take a look outside right now at Tannum Ridge, Yakima, Bi-Mart Skycam, I should say, looking into the Yakima Valley. It's chilly there already, down to 36 degrees. Our visibility has already been dropping as well. So we're going to see some patchy fog developing with all the moisture that's been in the air. For tonight, temperatures dropping down right around the freezing level. level, but notice we're staying warmer here along the foothills of the Blues. Cue the rain on Wednesday through Sunday. Pretty good chance of seeing that. But tomorrow we have a little bit of a break. So partly cloudy out there, cool tonight. Patchy valley fog, Columbia Basin, Yakima Valley, Hermiston area. That rain's coming back, and we're even tracking some mountain snow. I'll tell you how much you can expect and when exactly that's going to hit coming up. Austin, Wendy.
Thank you, Stacy. On the fire watch now, residents of a Pasco apartment complex acted fast this morning to put out a fire that scorched the outside of their building. Take a look. Firefighters believe someone intentionally set the fire at Silver Creek Apartments in a breezeway, but those who live there quickly called 911 and threw water on it before crews arrived. Fire officials say the fire caused only minor damage to the outside of the building. Both firefighters and police are now investigating the incident as a possible act of arson.
If it wasn't caught early, sounds like some occupants saw some smoke coming into their apartment building, and so they ran outside into the breezeway and they started throwing pots of water on it. So they're the ones that really put the fire out, and we're happy that they're home and able to do that.
Authorities say no one was hurt, and residents are being reminded to report any suspicious activity immediately.
Now to a crime alert out of Ellensburg, where a man is in jail after allegedly pointing a gun at another person early Sunday morning. Police responded just after 2:30 a.m. to a report of a gunshot in an apartment complex on North B Street. Officers say a 23-year-old resident was armed during a dispute, and a struggle over the gun led to a shot being fired. Nobody was injured. The suspect, though, was arrested and booked into the Kittitas County Jail on a charge of first-degree assault.
With Veterans Day tomorrow, we have several community events for you to help commemorate the holiday. In Kennewick, one local organization is gearing up to give back to those who served. The Columbia Basin Veterans Center is hosting its 5th annual Tri-Cities Veterans Resource Expo and Stand Down this Friday, November 14th. The event brings together dozens of local agencies offering free services like healthcare, employment help, housing assistance, and even haircuts for veterans. Organizers say it's not just about resources, it's about building community and showing appreciation.
You have a whole community who cares. So you have over 80 vendors coming together. We expect about 600 to 700 veterans, if not more, because it'll grow from last year. And you have people stepping up, and it's awesome.
It's also a chance for veterans to reconnect with one another, share their experiences, and find a sense of belonging, something organizers say can make all the difference when it comes to mental health and recovery. Again, that's this Friday, November 14th at the South Ridge Sports Complex from 9 until 3. The Veterans Resource Expo and Stand Down will be open to all veterans and their families.
Well, in Pasco, the city will host a ceremony tomorrow at Volunteer Park on the Veterans Day. This will honor the men and women who bravely served in the United States Armed Forces. The event is free to the public and will feature patriotic songs, a flag ceremony, a keynote speaker, and also a wreath placement.
In Kennewick, where the city and VFW Post will mark Veterans Day at Columbia Park, the event will also commemorate the 21st anniversary of the Regional Veterans Memorial, which is the tallest freestanding granite structure in the U.S. That's at 11 a.m. The Knights of Columbus Honor Guard will raise the American flag.
A nearly full-size replica of the Vietnam Memorial Wall and displays will be open 24 hours a day until tomorrow, the 11th, at the Cultural Institute. The Museum and Interpretive Center is at 47106 Wild Horse Boulevard. That's 10 miles east of Pendleton. Posting of the colors is scheduled for 8 tomorrow morning, each day after it opens, with taps played at 9 p.m., and that'll be Friday through Monday.
Texas Roadhouse is hosting a Veterans Day event with live music and guest speaker Franklin County Sheriff Jim Raymond. Veterans can get a free meal voucher between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Tuesday, and that will be redeemable anytime through the end of May. The event kicks off at 11 a.m. with a presentation of the flags, escorted by a motorcycle brigade and a welcome speech by Raymond.
And a quick reminder, Sports Clips is offering free haircuts to veterans all day tomorrow. This will be at the locations in both Kennewick and Richland.
Still ahead here on Apple Valley News Now, live in prime time. This a decade in the making. How Ellensburg's rodeo renovation is preserving the region's Western tradition.
And Stacy returns with a full look at your new Work Week First Alert weather forecast. Stay with us as we are on your side.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get two.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
Denver Mattress has always believed in investing right here with American-made mattresses built with unrivaled quality and sold at factory direct prices, because improving your sleep life should always be easy and affordable. And right now, we're saluting military and first responders with 15% off all Denver Mattress brand products. Save $200 on our Doctor's Choice hybrid lineup. Plus, score 48 months, no interest, and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, Dr. Tegan Goodell, is now caring for patients in Prosser and Walla Walla. Dr. Goodell provides advanced care in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine injuries, including surgery of the shoulder, elbow, knee, and ankle. Get back to doing what you love. Call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Legacy lives in the people who've made this place home. For decades, Happel and Community First Bank have been part of that legacy. Different names, same mission, invested in every relationship. We're coming together to keep building what matters, because legacy doesn't end. It lives on in every loan, every dream, every member helped.
Hi, welcome to Happel.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
My name is Jaime Torres. I am a human rights activist, differently abled artist, disability rights advocate. I use the Ben Franklin Transit Paratransit Service, which here is called Dollaride. I'm learning how to live life again. I'm learning how to do things again. So being able to get out and have reliable transportation, it plays an integral part in mental health and the practice of being social again.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello, Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
Apple Valley News Now investigates patient complaints against a local doctor Wednesday at 6.
Thanks for sticking with us. The rodeo season in Ellensburg may have wrapped up, but don't think the stadium is quiet. It is buzzing with a whole new kind of energy.
Yeah, not from the roar of the crowd, but the sounds of transformation.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia takes us inside the exciting renovation that is changing at this historic venue.
This construction project didn't just spring up overnight like a quick lasso catch. In fact, the vision behind it started brewing over a decade ago. Carl Jensvold, a longtime member of the Ellensburg Rodeo Board, has been with this project since the very beginning. He says they're not tearing down the traditional red boarding, just making some needed improvements.
We identified that we needed to address some safety, accessibility, and public health concerns, and just the type of event that we wanted to hold. And so this is a huge improvement, and it's going to help expand the history of the Ellensburg Rodeo moving forward.
Katie Porterfield, the event center director, says the journey was slowed down by more than just construction challenges, a bump in the road that affected everyone across the state.
COVID did slow us down and kind of halted it, as well as our fundraising efforts. So it gave us time to reevaluate what we wanted to get out of the project and really identify what is the really necessary needs to move forward. So we went back to the drawing board and did that because, of course, COVID, our prices on this project went up from $9.5 million to almost $16 million. So we were able to come together and get it down to $13.5 million.
Both Porterfield and Jensvold emphasize one non-negotiable goal in these renovations, creating a safe, welcoming space that fans and visitors will enjoy for years to come.
The fan experience was not quite at the level that we wanted to. There were some structural safety things that we were continuing to have to address every year to maintain the facility, and at that point in time we decided that we needed to figure out how we could replace it.
We needed upgraded restrooms and different things. You know, this is a huge event, and this is the stature of the Ellensburg Rodeo throughout our whole region is really important, and we just want the facility to match that. And so me as the event center director, I'm very proud that we're able to move forward with this because it won't just elevate the Ellensburg Rodeo, but it's going to help elevate a lot of our other events year round and hopefully be able to bring in some new ones too to fill the facility.
With demolition continuing through November and foundation work and concrete laying starting early in 2026, everything is on track to be ready for the 2026 rodeo, a fresh chapter for this beloved event. Reporting in Ellensburg, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
Want to stay in the loop with all the action? Porterfield says by the end of next week, they will start live streaming the renovation work, so you won't miss a thing.
All right, we're going to head to Kennewick now, where the Columbia Ability Alliance is launching a new effort to help local employers build more inclusive workplaces and create job opportunities for people with disabilities. The Alliance's Ally program will offer free one-hour training sessions that cover best practices, ADA compliance, and even financial incentives for inclusive hiring. It is all part of an effort to partner with Tri-City businesses to help hire and support workers with disabilities and other barriers to employment. Leaders say employers who embrace inclusivity often see stronger results, including higher retention, more innovation, and a better workplace culture overall. Once businesses complete the sessions, they'll receive a credential recognizing them as an inclusive employer, and the Alliance will even share their success stories with the community.
One of the biggest benefits we see repeatedly is the impact to culture. It aids with retention of talent, recruitment of talent, morale goes up, productivity goes up, the customer experience is enhanced, everybody wins.
Businesses interested in joining the program can contact the Columbia Ability Alliance online, and the training is completely free.
Cold weather won't stop swimmers in Pasco this winter. The city is putting the final touches on a new inflatable dome over Memorial Aquatic Park.
Yeah, new in Primetime, Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says this project will keep the pool open year-round for the first time.
At Memorial Aquatic Park, a big change is taking shape. Crews are installing an inflatable dome that will turn this outdoor pool into a warm, weather-protected space.
We look forward to the ability that it'll give not only Pasco but here in the Tri-Cities to have some year-round swimming indoors.
The city first explored the idea in 2018, looking for a way to maximize use of the pool and offer more programs during colder months. The structure covers the entire pool area, locking in heat and protecting swimmers from wind and rain.
The way the dome is set up, it keeps things contained in there with the air exchange, blowing the air, keeping it inflated, that positive pressure, and then there is backup generator.
The dome will make it easier to host community classes and events while reducing the need for costly heating upgrades.
We keep the water at about 80 degrees, and so a lot of indoor pool places, the water temperature does have effect on what the indoor air temperature is.
The project cost just under $2 million. Final inspections are underway before the city announces the official opening date. Once everything's in place, this dome will give swimmers a warm, weatherproof space to enjoy all winter long. Reporting in Pasco, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
City leaders say this project could serve as a model for other outdoor pools in the region, helping extend swimming seasons and community programs even when the temperatures turn cold.
We're talking sports now. Dave Vilkwak, the winningest driver in H1 Unlimited history, is retiring this year from hydroplane racing. He won the Gold Cup at the Tri-City Water Follies this year, his record-breaking 11th Gold Cup victory. Retiring on top, he is the oldest to ever race a hydroplane at 71 years old. He will be formally inducted into the Motorsports Hall of Fame of America in March of 2026.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Way to go, Dave. Go out on top, they say. All right, Legends Casino Skycam, Columbia Point, Richland, looking at quiet weather, quiet, soft water out there. 41 degrees, starting to cool down. Our feels like temp is 39. So yes, you are feeling a little bit of a chill in the air. Look at our sunset at 4:29. Dark, dark, dark. All right, temperatures are cooling down through the area, except for here. Walla Walla, Pendleton, Battle Mountain, staying really warm right in this section here, kind of protected by those blue mountains. Much cooler when you get up towards Yakima, Tri-Cities, and so on. So we had the system kind of move through. It brought a few sprinkles earlier tonight. Now we're just kind of seeing some cloud cover, and that's going to be the case. Most of those clouds will clear up overnight. Here's what it looks like going into our Wednesday, and that's going to be a round of showers starting late Tuesday night into Wednesday, more so Wednesday into Thursday. So we do have another couple of systems setting up on the coast to come into our direction. Overnight lows tonight, we're going to stay, most of us, above freezing, it looks like, except for Sunnyside here. Ellensburg right at that freezing level. Yakima staying just slightly above. Here's your chances of rain. Again, that slight chance that'll happen more so late Wednesday into Thursday, and then we have pretty good chances of rain heading towards the weekend in Ellensburg. Yakima also seeing pretty good chances of rain Thursday, about 30% chance on Friday, Saturday. A little bit lesser chances of rain in the Tri-Cities. However, Thursday can probably count on getting wet that day. In Walla Walla, a good chance of seeing those showers developing on Thursday and potentially right on into the weekend. Let's take a look at Futurecast. We see a couple of blobs. That's what Futurecast is showing us around 1 a.m. on Wednesday. Then we'll get through the afternoon, and that's when the rains will really start to pick up and intensify across the Cascades, and then eventually make their way to the east, Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, heavier showers here. Once we get through those showers, check it out, we're going to start seeing some snow falling at pass level, which could impact driving. Start thinking Thursday through Sunday or Saturday, where you could see some heavy duty snow. And we're talking 6 to 7 inches potentially accumulating on US Highway 12 White Pass. I-90 right now maybe 2 or 3 inches, but the majority of that up at White Pass. Lesser snow totals around other than the blues. We'll cue the winds also on Wednesday. They're going to pick up 35 to 45 miles an hour. So it's going to be a little bit blustery there. Now do watch for that patchy fog on Veterans Day morning and even into Wednesday morning. And then watch those increasing chances of rain right on through Sunday, even Monday. So kind of cloudy, gloomy, but tomorrow will be pretty nice. You'll get a few sun breaks during the afternoon. So enjoy that on your Veterans Day. And I know there's lots of parades and events going on around the community. The day should be just right for that. Ellensburg, there you go. Most of the overnight lows are staying up above the freezing level with the exception of Thursday and Friday night where it gets a little bit chilly there. Walla Walla also seeing those 50s, 60s, wet rain showers, breezy winds beginning on Thursday. And in Hermiston, again, sunshine, enjoy tomorrow, your Veterans Day. And then those breezy winds picking up Thursday with showers possible through the weekend. So fall weather definitely here. I kind of like that crispier weather this weekend, honestly. The sun was out.
Yeah.
It
wasn't bad. Yeah. It was enjoyable.
Were the kids out playing in the leaves?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and the leaf piles were gone, and they discovered that today.
Oh,
very, very sad.
Don't worry, girls.
However, I pointed out another tree that still hasn't.
Don't worry, they'll be
dumped on us yet. Yeah, more is coming for sure.
All right, thank you, Stacey. Still ahead here in prime time, the Justice Department confirming President Trump's latest pardons. We'll tell you who in his inner circle is getting legal relief.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team. At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems. And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. And right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
The future of healthcare is here at Prosser Memorial Health, home to Mako smart robotics for precise joint replacement. Prosser Memorial Health has added aquablation therapy for advanced prostate care. And now we're proud to be the first in Eastern Washington with the Da Vinci 5 surgical system, bringing world-class robotic surgery close to home, all inside our brand new state-of-the-art hospital built with you in mind. Prosser Memorial Health, the future of care, right here, right now. Learn more at prosserhealth.org.
Every time I go to that big box store, there's no help, no knowledge. I just wanted advice for my home project, and it was a complete waste of time. You're right, Doug. Thanks for being such a great listener.
At Tri-City Lumber, you're going to get support from knowledgeable staff, quality lumber, and sometimes wisdom from Doug. From contractors to DIYers, tackling projects around the house, building materials, building connections, locally owned Tri-City Lumber.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
For over 30 years, DuraShine Clean has been the Tri-City's premier cleaning service. More than just sweeping and mopping, we're your partner for a clean and healthy environment. We protect your brand and improve your company's image. No business is too big or too small for DuraShine Clean. Our teams get the job done right for you. Need to sparkle? Call us today for a free quote and let us help your business shine. At DuraShine Clean, we keep it clean.
Locally owned and operated, Fable has quickly become one of the Tri-City's favorite dining destinations for lunch, brunch, and dinner. Now offering breakfast 7 days a week starting at 7 a.m. Farm to table, savory to sweet, and everything in between. Fable Craft Bar, your all-day dining destination starting with breakfast at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. On the river, north end of Columbia Center Boulevard.
Making it national headlines, President Trump is helping his allies who supported his alleged plan to overturn the 2020 election results.
A Justice Department spokesperson says he's given them full, complete, and unconditional pardons from federal charges. President Trump's lawyers, Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell, and his former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, are on the list.
So are some of his co-defendants who were charged for trying to subvert Trump's 2020 loss. The pardon explicitly states it doesn't apply to Trump himself.
Billionaire Jared Isaacman is President Trump's pick to run the space agency. A 62-page document he's written was recently leaked to several news outlets. In it, he outlines several goals. They include calling on NASA centers to become reliant on nuclear electric propulsion and creating a new Mars exploration program. Isaacman has acknowledged the document, but says some parts of it are now dated. He was nominated to lead NASA by the president after the election last year, but that was retracted a few months later. He was renominated for the position just last week. While the Senate voted to end the shutdown, the House still needs to vote on it.
Even when the federal government does open back up, Americans could still feel the impacts of the shutdown.
Jen Sullivan explains why it could take a while to return to normal.
Peanut butter. They love their peanut butter.
At this Los Angeles food bank, they've seen a surge in people coming for free food since the government shutdown began on October 1st.
They just don't have the money, and they need it. They need to feed their kids.
Roughly 42 million Americans receive food stamps to help pay for groceries through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program known as SNAP. But because of the shutdown, many November payments were not sent.
It's just not easy at all.
Even when the government opens back up, it's unclear when SNAP recipients like Chantil Manuel will get their benefits. The Department of Agriculture has to send the funds to each state, and the states then have to process it. Furloughed workers may also feel the financial burden for a while. More than 1 million federal employees have gone without pay during the shutdown. Personal finance columnist Jean Chatzky says those workers should contact their mortgage or car lenders if they're worried about missing payments.
Many of these places have skip-a-pay programs or other forms of relief where they'll actually work with you.
And air travel could still be impacted even after the shutdown ends. The FAA has had to gradually reduce air traffic because airports and air traffic controls across the country don't have enough staff to operate. It's caused mass flight delays and cancellations. But even before the shutdown began, there was a shortage of air traffic controllers.
I used to have about 4 controllers retire a day before the shutdown. I'm now up to 15 to 20 a day are retiring.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warns passengers may still see delays and cancellations even after the government opens back up. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
The shutdown is now on day 41, the longest on record.
Well, there could be some changes for people who use plastic at the register. Visa and MasterCard have come to terms on a deal with retailers that's set to lower merchant fees. The agreement would end a 2-decade-old dispute with merchants, which would result in lowering fees that stores pay while giving them more power to deny some credit cards. But it may also threaten consumer rewards programs. For example, a store that takes one sort of Visa credit card might not have to take all Visa cards. Although the deal has been announced, it still requires court approval before it goes into effect.
In a social media post Sunday, President Trump claimed the U.S. is taking in trillions of dollars and will soon start paying down $37 trillion in debt. He also said a dividend of at least $2,000 would be paid to everyone, but not including, quote, high-income people, although there were no details given as to when. These comments come after the Supreme Court heard arguments last week over Trump's authority to impose tariffs through executive orders.
Millions of Americans are estimated to experience seasonal affective disorder, a type of depression that happens during specific seasons.
So in today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains the signs of this disorder and ways to overcome the symptoms.
The leaves are falling and the days are shorter. If this darker season has you feeling down, you're not alone.
Seasonal affective disorder is really just a feature of a major mood disorder like depression.
Clinical psychologist Craig Sawchuk with Mayo Clinic says symptoms of seasonal affective disorder come and go with a change in seasons and can include feeling sad, sometimes described as feeling blah. Limbs can feel heavy. There's low energy and a tendency to want to sleep more. There may also be carbohydrate cravings and weight gain.
When those symptoms start to become more prominent, they start to cause problems in day-to-day living, then that's when we look at a difference between just having winter blues versus actually being a problem of clinical concern.
Sawchuk says focusing on lifestyle factors can help maintain a regular sleep schedule instead of being tempted to oversleep. Exercise can also help improve mood and health overall, and he says to stay connected.
Making sure that we're avoiding the avoidance and avoiding the withdrawal, making plans, being accountable with others and healthy supports can be really helpful.
Light therapy can also help. Sawchuk says using a light box for about 20 to 30 minutes when you wake up can provide symptom relief. Cognitive behavioral therapy can also help, and there's always medicine.
The medications that we typically use in the treatment of non-seasonal depression, they can actually be very helpful here as well too.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The doctor says it is rare, but there's also a reverse pattern for seasonal affective disorder.
Coming up, 80 million Americans share this childhood memory, and today the beloved childhood icons celebrate another birthday.
is the greatest harvest on earth. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday.
At Tri-Cities and Walla Walla Floor & Home, our team has been in the Southeast Washington flooring business for 40 plus years. You'll find more choices, lower prices, and hometown service.
When tragedy strikes, don't trust just anyone. Call your local appliance experts at Fred's Appliance. Right now, all LG appliances are on sale. Save big on ranges, dishwashers, and laundry sets. Shop smart appliances like this LG fridge, on sale for $17.99. At Fred's Appliance, we have in-stock get-it-today inventory so you can get your dessert plans back on track. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Lung disease is very difficult to live with in many ways, and our goal here is to truly live the mission of Good Shepherd, which is patients first, always. Our pulmonology and sleep medicine team is here for you. We're here to provide you world-class care. Please contact us and come to see us. It will be our privilege to serve you.
Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Thanksgiving is November 27th, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your gathering needs. Whole turkeys, fully cooked and perfectly seasoned. Try our new Cajun style. Turkey breasts, deliciously smoked or oven roasted. Or our famous slow-cooked spiral-cut hams, hand-glazed and caramelized to perfection. Complete your feast with one of our incredible sides and delicious desserts. Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard. Call today to place your order, 509-579-5855. Or go to honeybaked.com.
4 parties this week, Ryan? At this rate, we're gonna have to take out a second mortgage.
Don't worry, this is grocery outlet. Saving big's kind of the thing.
He's right. You'd be surprised how much you can get for less here. From gourmet items to everyday staples, we've got it all.
Even this is in our budget?
Absolutely. Go ahead, grab more.
Hey, don't worry. The house is safe.
Okay, spa day with the girls, because these parties aren't gonna de-stress themselves.
Grocery outlet, bargain market.
If you're seeing this ad, then we've still got inventory that needs to go. Come in now for our most aggressive in-stock pricing of the year and 0% financing. Your dream home starts at Tri-Cities or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
A local doctor and regional medical center in a legal fire store.
I don't view intimacy the same anymore.
And former patients who seek justice.
My life will never be the same.
What they say happened behind the white coat. Apple Valley News Now investigates Wednesday night at 6.
I love being with you.
I know he has a connection with Cindy, and that makes me nervous.
Last night I had my overnight with Cindy. Something did change. I don't know what to do.
Time now for what's trending. One of the most beloved TV shows for generations of children and their parents is marking a birthday today. Sesame Street turns 56.
That's right. The public television show was the brainchild of Joan Cooley. She's a former documentary producer for PBS.
She wanted to create a show for preschoolers that was both entertaining and educational. She also wanted to help underprivileged 3 to 5-year-olds get ready for kindergarten.
Sesame Street featured the Muppets, and Cooney hired Muppets creator Jim Henson to create a cast of characters for the show.
It's estimated that some 80 million Americans have watched Sesame Street since its debut back in 1969. And when I was in NYC this year, I found Sesame Street.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
An actual corner. I got a picture of it.
I remember you saying that.
I was pretty excited.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yep.
I love
love
it.
Sesame Street.
It's a good show.
It is. Today also marks a very important day in military history. On November 10th, 1775, John Adams drafted a resolution that created what was then known as the Continental Marines.
That date is now observed as the birth date of the U.S. Marine Corps.
That's right. Each state is celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Marines in their own special way this month. And the U.S. Mint has unveiled a special commemorative coin to honor the rich history of the Marines.
Currently, there are more than 200,000 active duty and reserve Marines serving in the United States. Happy birthday.
Cool. Happy birthday indeed. A lot of big birthdays today.
My dad's a Marine, so thanks, Dad.
Yeah, thank you to all the
Yes,
Marines serving.
Thank you.
And have served.
That's right. All right, well, we've got a reason to smile. We're going to count down some holidays. We have lots of good stuff. So come take a look at your screen. There it is. Look at that.
Ooh.
Another beauty from our good friend Alan. Alan, good photog out there. That QR code right there on top of your screen, that's how you get your photo on TV. Your reason to smile. He said Sunday morning's painted sky over the Columbia.
Very colorful, that one.
Very pretty. Yes, gorgeous. All right, we did this earlier, Austin and I, this morning or earlier today. We're counting down the holidays. Don't get scared, but the one that got me was 45 days until Christmas. It's like, what? It just seems like it's sneaking up. And we literally only have 51 days left of 2025. So kiss that goodbye as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, winter is officially in 41 days. All right, be aware for fog and freezing fog in some areas in the valley. The lower elevations, think Ellensburg, Tri-Cities and Hermiston could also see some fog in the morning for your commute. Temperature's not all that warm again, Austin. You're going to enjoy that. Look at that, just reaching those lower 50s for the daytime high. So pretty decent. Tomorrow is our in-between storms day, and then get ready for the wet weather. It comes back as well as the wind on Wednesday. So
And the parade's tomorrow morning looking okay.
Everything should be good for any outdoor activities tomorrow.
Perfect timing. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.